Hey friends, Janky here, and welcome back to another episode of the Odyssey with me. And if you'll recall, Odyssey is a scientific adventure game where we're learning about space and solar system and flat earths and all that fun stuff through journal entries left by an incredibly smart family. They are super duper cool people. We're mostly going to skip through the journal entries. As you may know, if you've watched the series before, the journal entries are very important. They not only give us a lot of really cool science information, but they also tell us how to solve the puzzles we find throughout the game. In highlighted text. I mostly skim for the highlighted text, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that is also going on. For example, Mars was currently in the constellation Sagittarius. And if it moved through the constellations like the Sun does, it should be moving toward Capricorn, but instead it was moving back toward Scorpio. Dad said in a few weeks it will stop and go forward again to Capricorn. Dad said this temporary backward or retrograde motion of Mars was a problem for ancient astronomers. A model that put Mars on a spinning celestial sphere like the Sun couldn't explain it. I asked Dad what Ptolemy thought about this, since it contradicts his beliefs that bodies made of ether in the celestial realm have to keep moving in perfect circles. Dad said it was tricky to explain, but at lunchtime he'd use models to show me how it worked. Dad said a simple way to make Mars orbit the Earth was to make it trace a circular pattern around it. But since the ancient astronomers knew about retrograde motion, they had to make Mars go backwards sometimes without violating the requirement that everything must go at the same speed in the same direction along a circle. According to Dad, an ancient astronomer named Apollonius came up with an ingenious way to meet this requirement, and Ptolemy adopted it. Apollonius showed how the overall trajectory of Mars could look like it does, not a simple circle, but as a combination of two paths, which each of them were perfect circles being traced at constant speeds. I really couldn't understand what Dad meant by this, so we got Dad's Buddha board from the bunker at lunch, and it painted the little circles. But basically, the idea is he set up the board at the top of the hut, he rigged it with two motors, blah, 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 blah. The long arm traveled in a big circle, like the main orbit of the planet. Dad called it different. The other shorter arm, which goes in a small circle, Dad called elliptical. Then he showed me how Mars could be made to go around the small circle, the elliptical, while the center of the elliptical goes around the larger circle, with the Earth at the center. By adjusting the two speeds of motion along the elliptical and different, you could have Mars sometimes reverse and go backwards like the retrograde motion that we see in the sky. I paused the arms at the moment Mars was moving backwards and retrograde to show Dad, and he said I was right. So the idea that it was kind of like a flip, flip, flop thing. And you could do different patterns. Of course, that's not really the way that planets orbit, but that's the way that they thought they did. So the Mars model, okay. Finally, it was done, and I played with the speeds of both planets, making Earth go around the Sun in less time than Mars took, and boy, did I get a shock. The laser beam moved through the zodiac constellations in the correct order, like we would see from Earth, but whenever the Earth caught up with Mars in their orbits and passed by, the beam would temporarily move backwards. I can even pause it to show Dad later the moment it happens. So the idea being that if you have like a laser pointer pointed at Earth, sorry, this is actually very interesting to me. The last thing was deciding what speed the planets would move. Dad gave me a hint. In Copernicus' model, the revolution speeds around the Sun decrease the farther away you were. The retrograde motion of Mars literally emerged out of the model without any complications like ellipticals and difference. So the fact that Mars actually moves at a slower speed than Earth means that Earth basically passes by it. And then it looks like it temporarily goes backwards. Interesting. Models. This is actually really good. It's really awesome. Oh, and then it looks like the next thing we'll do is turn on the sump pump. So let's get to it. Okay. So what to do here exactly? This is clearly the boot aboard machine. I just don't know how to change it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're changing it little by little. So I assume that's the pattern we're trying to go for here. Yes? Let me take a look again. Okay. So... Oh, do I have to stop it in the moment of retrograde? Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you have to stop it in the moment of retrograde. Okay. So then we move over here, and we see that the Earth goes faster. And we see that as it passes by, it looks like it's going in retrograde. Because the Earth is moving faster than Mars. So as we pass by Mars, it actually looks like it's temporarily going backwards. Cool. Sweet. So those were those puzzles solved. So then we can go and check out the lagoon. Because I think it should be drained now. So let's go check out that. Well, okay, we need to turn on the pump, but here we go. Yeah, there's a door down here. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, well that's going to flood again, and that's gonna suck. Ooh, this is cool. All right, sweet. More pages, and then we'll figure out what's going on here next time on the next episode of Odyssey. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you can totally leave a like down below. Comments, positive or negative, you can leave those below as well. And I hope you guys are enjoying the Odyssey playthrough. I certainly am, and I hope you guys are too. But more than that, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. Hey friends, hope you liked the video. If you did, you can find more of my content in the links off to the left here. And if you really like my content, you can become part of the year of 1,000 subs here on the channel and use that button down below to subscribe. But more than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next video.